Howdy, 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 and welcome, beloved, to the Lady Walker Show. I am Lady Walker, and we have another Jim Dandy of a show in store for you. My guest is a woman of interest. She is director of NFusion. So welcome to the show, Dr. Ceatrice Kelly. Greetings, Dr. Kelly.
Greetings to you, and thank you for having me.
And thank you for coming a long way to be interviewed.
Well, it wasn't a bad drive.
Okay, but I really appreciate it. So before we get into you as director of NFusion, tell us a little bit about who is Dr. Ceatrice Kelly.
Well, I'm just a plain old girl, country girl. I was raised, born and raised in the country.
Me too, I can identify.
Okay, in Bailey, Mississippi. I'm the seventh of 9 children. I have an identical twin, and there's another set of identical twins in my family. So we grew up in a large family. Didn't have much, but didn't really realize we didn't have much. You know how that is. So
yes, been there.
We grew up, and I've always been a lover of going to school. We enjoyed going to school. Matter of fact, I don't think I can recall a day that we missed school. We went sick, we went, it was cold, well, we had to walk, we went.
You said you enjoyed going to school?
I enjoyed
As
going
a
to
youngster, you enjoyed?
Yes, we all had received perfect attendance because we never missed.
Okay, all 9?
All 9, all 9. I don't know what it was about school that we all enjoyed, but we did. So we all finished school, and I had a good time doing it. And the older kids helped raise the younger kids because my mom was always out working. My dad worked out of the house and always gone, but that was also typical of my family. So, but anyway, then growing up, and I decided I was going to go to college, but I got a job with General Motors. And so my family was a little upset because they said, well, why was I going to school? And I said, well, I'm going. So I did. I attended night school until I graduated.
But you were still working at General Motors.
General
I heard they paid at that time, they were good money.
Yes, ma'am.
It was excellent. Well, I guess it depends on what you call good,
yes.
but at that time.
Yeah, at that time, back in the 70s, it was good. So I chose and opted to do that. And in doing so, they also paid for my education, which was a good thing.
Oh, they did?
Yes, so we didn't have any student loans. We got...
Oh, now that is great.
Yes. So we enjoyed that. It was
no student loan at all throughout your whole college career?
Not my bachelor level degree, no.
Oh, great.
It was all free because they paid for it. And then I got married, and we had 2 beautiful children. I married my husband, Richard Kelly. We've been married for 33 years now.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. So we have 2 children, a daughter, 28, Brittany, and a son, Justin, who's 22, who's attending Alcorn State University now. So, my children came, and I wanted to pursue my master's, but didn't because I wanted to dedicate my time to my children, and that is what I did. And so I had to get my master's on my own. Really? That's when the student loans came into place. And additionally, I got my doctorate, and also I need to talk with Hillary, and not Hillary, I need to talk to Michelle and Barack about paying for those loans.
Exactly, because they can be outstanding.
Yes.
Because you got up to your doctorate degree.
Yes, I completed that in 2013.
Oh,
okay. After many years, I decided I wanted to get that degree, and I went back and got it.
And what is that degree, that doctorate in?
And I have my PhD in psychology.
Okay, really? Now speaking of psychology, now I got a bachelor in psychology. Now I know you can't go that far with a BS, but with a PhD, you can go somewhere, okay?
Yes,
now I don't know if it's here in Mississippi, but you can go somewhere with a PhD, a doctor in psychology.
Yes, ma'am. So I feel privileged to have been able to reach that milestone in my life, and it's really paid off. I would say it has. And my family, they also received the PhD along with me because they traveled that journey with me.
Yeah.
And so I owe it to them as well because it took a lot of endurance and time, and it took a time from them.
Right.
Time from them. So they
But within, like that master, you said you, between your bachelor and your master, somewhere you had the children.
Yes, ma'am.
And it wasn't as easy to go back to school because the reason why I'm saying that because there are so many people, parents out there, especially females, who may have a desire to go back to school to, to further their higher education, but they have kids.
That is
true.
And
it's not always easy to do.
It's not. You need.
But that doesn't mean that you give up.
Oh no, ma'am. You have to have a good, strong support system, and I had a good, strong support system. But it's not an easy thing. It is accomplishable, but it is some work.
Right,
And
because
for
you have to really do some studying.
Yes, studying, and it just requires some time. And so the support system really helps.
How long did it take from the master to finally get your PhD? Now, I know you said you got through, in 2013.
Right.
Getting your doctoral degree.
It took me about 5 years
Okay.
to complete that. It was a long and stressful
Yeah.
5 years. But when I finished and defended that dissertation, I said, how does it feel to be called doctor? The whole world lifted off my shoulders instantly.
Were
Yes.
you able to be employed while you were getting your doctoral degree?
That's why it was difficult. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
And I'm still somewhat sane. But I maintain a full-time job.
So, and again, the reason why I'm saying it because I want someone to know that it can be accomplished.
Yes, ma'am.
You can be employed as well as, go and get your higher education. As you said, it may not be easy,
Right.
but you can
You can do it. It is very attainable. You just have to make some challenge. You have to sacrifice time. You have to sacrifice time for your family. So I somewhat became a recluse and just went home and work. And it wasn't bad. The 5 years went by so fast because had I not done it, 5 years still would have passed.
Exactly.
So
you are right.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we may have a tendency of looking at, ooh, it's going to take me 5 or 10 years to do that. Ooh, let me do something else.
No, but you go for what you want. And if your heart desires it, go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it.
All right. So in 2013, you ended up getting your doctoral degree in psychology.
Yes, ma'am.
Psychology. Okay.
Yes.
And from there, then where are we?
Well, I was still working, and at the time, I was prior to going into school to complete my doctorate, I was a mental health therapist in the schools and working for this company. And so they had a posting. It was about an infusion program that was coming to place, and I was very interested because it talked about adolescents. So I inquired about it and then made that application for it, and here I am. So we initially started with that infusion program in 2011. Didn't know what we was doing, didn't know how it was going to be implemented, and it was something that we just didn't know how it was going to work out, but it was beautiful because the kids came. I call them kids, but they're really adolescents.
Right. So the infusion is ministering, or should I say, servicing or serving youth.
Yes, 14 to 21.
Disadvantaged
youth. Those are at risk, those with extreme behavior problems. We're just helping them to transition into adulthood. And it's very difficult at that age. A lot of them think they know what they want in life.
No. Mm-hmm.
The parents, they have conflicts with their parents because they think their way is the better way of thinking.
I know, isn't that is really how it is as a teen.
It is.
Your parents are wrong.
Right.
Nothing they say is right when it concerning your life.
Right. And their brain's not developing yet. It's 20, our brains don't stop developing till the age of 25.
Okay.
In between that age, 24, 25. So we have to, I think parents don't realize that they just have to give the youth some time. And I'm not saying parents don't challenge their child because they're not right all the time. But listen, we have to learn how to listen to our adolescents. But adolescents need to learn how to give that respect.
Right.
They want respect, but a lot of times they don't know how to give it. So we work with them a lot on all of those aspects of life, just life skills, teach them leadership skills. But Infusion works directly with adolescents, 14 to 21.
14 to 21.
They, a lot of times coming in and they have to come to us, a volunteer program. They have to come to us with a plan. That plan may be as simple as getting a driver's license. That plan may be as simple as wanting a birth certificate so they can apply for a driver's license. Anything that they need, we would do in all our power to make it happen. Oh. We're like a one-stop shop.
Okay, that's great.
Where we refer them to resources that's available to them to help them. We don't have all the answers, but we can lead them and direct them to that person or that organization who can give them the answers that they need.
Okay.
So that's the beauty of it.
Okay, great. Well, we are going to take a break and come back and let you continue to tell us about Infusion.
Thank you.
All right. Beloved, we will be right back. Welcome back, beloved. My guest is Dr. Ceatrice Kelly. She is the director of Infusion. Okay. Now I know we talked. You said the ages are between 14 and 21. How does one become a part of it to begin with?
Well, it's really, they're referred by schools, parents, churches, the juvenile justice system, Department of Human Services, and word of mouth. And believe it or not, our largest recruiter is the word of mouth. The other youth telling other youth what Infusion is all about. It takes the youth off the streets. It gives them something to do. It's a place to hang out. They can play pool, ping pong, table tennis. We have computers to help them with job applications, helping them with their homework, helping them to take these exit exams.
Because that is really interesting. Those exams,
yes, ma'am.
Especially coming out
yes.
of high school.
Yeah, we have some students.
Even middle school.
Right. We have students who are honor roll students and can't pass that exit exam.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
Now, I like to know the reason behind that.
So would I.
I think I have my theory, but I have my theory, okay?
Yes, but it's a wonderful program for our youth. It gives them something to do, and the program is youth-driven, it's family-guided, and it's community-based, meaning that child is the nucleus of that program with that family who encompasses that child, our program, and the community. It's a win-win situation when you get all three at on that child's behalf to help them transition to adulthood. A lot of times they don't know what they want to do when they become 18 and 19, or when they're 16 or 17. And if they come to us with that plan, our goal is to help them accomplish that plan to make that happen, make their lives be what they want it to be. We've had some youth who've come through that program, and once they age out, when they become 21, 364 days, they're 22, and they're no longer able to participate in the program. So they become an Infusion alumni.
Okay, Infusion alumni.
Yes, ma'am. So we help them, and we have so much success with them. They come back, they offer their assistance, they offer to talk about how they've come through this program. We don't have a large staff. We have what we call the intensive care coordinators. Then we have the transition advisor. That's the person who works with them and goes out to the homes and work with the family. We have a family involvement specialist who works directly with the parents. We have peer support specialists. These are younger people who can identify with our young people that we have in our program, and if they need someone to talk to, they can just take them for a walk, or go to McDonald's and eat with them, or just share with them and have them come down and say, tell me what's going on. They've gone through this, so they can identify and they can explain to their youth, look, I know how you feel, I've been there, I've done that, what can I help you? And they walk them through that process of helping them to get to where they need to be.
Well, that's good that, some of them come back and help out.
Right.
And what other kind of success stories have you all had from some of those who have aged out?
They've gone on to school. They've gone on to attend a four-year university. They've graduated from a local community college with a vocational skill. They've gone into the military. They've gone to get jobs and have a place of their own. Some of our families have gone back. Our parents have gone back to get their GED.
Wow.
We've helped some even have enough confidence in themselves to go out and get a loan to buy a house. It is just a wonderful thing. It's amazing to see the changes you can make in someone's life by being there to support them.
Now, is this program year-round, or is it just seasonal? How does this program work?
It's a year-round program. During the school's months, it's 8 to 5, but we alter our schedule 9 to 6, 10 to 7, whatever is required to have enough time to spend with them when they get out of school, so if we can assist them with homework assignments, helping them with completing applications, helping them to write resume, letters of interest to these employees or the employers of the city. And we try to get a pool of organizations of employers to hire our youth. And we do mock interviews with them so that they know how to present and carry themselves on a job interview. We also help them with writing their resumes, helping them to complete applications as well.
Well, that's good.
So it's a lot.
Now, tell us about this study that y'all done before it all started, or in the midst of it, or wherever.
Right. When we first received, it's a federal funded grant we received in 2011, And with that, it was a study that we had to do. It tracked them for 2 years. So when they first came in, we did a baseline to see where they were in life. And then we followed them every 6 months. We would talk with them, share, and we want to get information from them to see where they are in life. And it would be amazing to see the changes from the time they start to 18 months or 24 months into the program, how successful they themselves think they've been, and we have seen them become successful because at one time there were behavior problems in school. We've had some schools to call and say, this is great, come, and if there's more we can do, let us do it. So we have the alternative school in our Meridian site that we go into that school, and we have groups that we do on a daily basis. We have speakers to come in. They can be investors, they can be business people, they can be little old me.
And they come in and they speak and
share their story, their life, and how they accomplish what they are. And it's interesting to see how some it affects and some it doesn't. But if they have an interest in what that person is talking about, it's a win-win situation again.
Well, that is great. Now, the home office is in Meridian?
Yes, ma'am. We have a regional office in Meridian, as well as our initial site, which is in Meridian. And when we received, because that program was such a success, we applied for another federal grant and for expanding the program, and we received that in 2014. So we're now in Newton County. Okay. And we have a new site that's been up about 9 months in Neshoba. Now in our Meridian site, we've seen 300 plus youth.
Okay, well that's great.
Walk through that building. And in Newton, we've seen close to 100, and in Neshoba, close to 60. So it's a growing thing, and the more the word get out about infusion, the more that they come.
And of course, you don't have one here in Jackson as of yet in Hinds County.
No,
not yet.
Not yet, but I think things are in the making to make that happen.
Yeah.
Because we just need to work with our youth, because when they get out of not high school, but middle grades, and if there's some help that they need, they don't want to go to a facility that say I'm labeled crazy, I don't like using that term, but label them as needing some help. So with infusion, it is a stigma-free environment. We take them as they come, we meet them where they are, and that's why they are so comfortable.
Well, do they get there by bus, or do the family or somebody have to bring them to the place, the location? How is that?
They can, but we do provide transportation. We have a van that we can go pick them up, and we can take them home.
Pick them up from school?
From school or from home. Because a lot of times we have graduating seniors who walk to school, and sometimes we can go get them, take them to school. Whatever that child requires, we do it. The buses, we have the school buses that will drop them off at the sites as well when they are dismissed from school, and then after school, we do take them home. Okay. If they don't have transportation.
Right. All righty. Well, we are going to take another break and come back and continue on down this line.
Thank you.
All right, beloved, we will be right back. Welcome back, beloved. My special guest is Miss Ceatrice Kelly. Okay, Dr. Kelly, there is certainly a lot more information to give to the public about infusion. And let's see where we're going to land this plane. We know that a lot of the children or the students who attend there, they really get a lot from it. It's beneficial to them. Right. So we were talking about some success stories earlier, and you can tell us whatever you want to at this point in time.
Okay. We also teach leadership skills. We allow them. We're mandated to go to several conferences a year, and then we also have different conferences within the state. So we also allow our parents to go and our youth to go. Some of them have never been out of the state of Mississippi. Some of them have never been out of the counties where they are. So it's fascinating to see them when they get a chance to drive. Not drive, but to be on a plane.
Oh, okay, they get on the plane. Oh, all right.
We've flown to Washington, D.C. every year, and we've taken a delegation of youth and family members with us. And they attend conferences, and they also present at some of these conferences to share their story, or their stories about their lives. And it's a very empowering to them to be able to share their story with others like people because we have family members from all of the other sites. So it's interesting to see them grow. You can see them grow, and empowers them and makes them come back to want to be a bigger and better person. Also with some kids that we have, some of the youth that we in our program, they have problems with the law. And again, we have students who are A students, we have students who are B, C students, and we have some students who are expelled and suspended. So we do not have a preference of what kind of youth. We just want to make sure that those who are at risk of losing their homes, or being thrown out of their homes, or being in trouble with the law, we're there to help. So those that used to have repeat offenders with the law, we've gotten some good information from our judges in the sites that where we are, and they are fascinated to see really interesting to see what we're doing, because these same kids that were revolving doors, some have stopped being revolving doors.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yes.
All due to being a part of the program.
Part of Infusion, yes, ma'am. We make them feel like they are really, we treat them like kings and queens, like they truly are.
Oh, that is so great.
And I don't know if I can't say what they don't feel like at home, but our goal is to make sure that they are the kings and queens and become kings and queens that they're destined to be and are. And so I think that feeling within inside, that they get inside, that they are somebody.
Now, I know you shared during the break on where, like during the summer, how they would get up and come 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, ma'am.
And you ask them,
Yeah.
and what did they say?
And they say, well, we ask them why they come, why they keep coming back, and especially in the summertime, and especially adolescents, they're teenagers, and they get out of their beds to come to our program. And they say that one simple word or 2 words, we care. They know that we care. And I mean, they can make you feel all fuzzy and warm inside.
Yes, it will.
Because we know we're doing something right.
So it's not mandatory that they come?
No, ma'am. It's strictly voluntary, and they come on their own. So we also we try to get it in our summer program. We feed them. We give them something to eat. There are a lot of summer programs that we take them to that have a feeding program that we take advantage of.
Okay.
And then in the fall of the year, during the summer school time, we also give them snacks, some juices, and we do things recreational with them. Take them to play basketball, and just take them anywhere they have to go. The library. Matter of fact, we're going to some of our seniors and juniors, we're taking to a high school day at one of the universities this weekend. And so we just, anything that we can do to expose them to what they're not used to having.
And which is good to expose them to something that is beneficial.
Yes.
And that can help them live a successful life.
Yes.
In every arena. So it's good to have that exposure, because otherwise if they don't get that kind of exposure, they are so limited in what they think they can and cannot do.
Absolutely. And when that mind is reached and that brain opens up to say, look, I can be this, or I can be somebody, you can see it in their face, and it's a beautiful thing.
All right. Now, earlier on, you said, on how some become part of it. You said how they are referred. Then you said sometimes parents can bring their kids or whatever. But what's the criteria? Are there any criteria for a child if the court or whatever isn't referring them? As an individual parent, what is the criteria to get a child in?
If that parent is having difficulties with their youth, they have to be at risk of maybe being removed from that home. And when I say removed from the home, they can be going to juvenile justice, they can be sent to some type of detention center, or maybe they've been expelled from school. If they have, and also new mental wellness, if they're having problems with some serious emotional disturbances, such as bullying, because they go through so much at school. They're bullied, they're teased, they're picked on. So we offer our range of services to them. And we have some that deal with pain by cutting. And it's not a real form of suicide, it's just that's their way of releasing their pain.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. So we do all kind of workshops on suicide, on bullying, on investments. We have people come in and talk about how you invest your money, how you plan your budget. If you get a little bit of money, if you're making $100, how you can make that $100 work for you. But any aspect of life to help them with their life skills, that's what we do.
All right. Well, I tell you what, well, we got another break coming up, and if there is any contact information, I know there's a website out there, but just in case someone may be wondering, I want to learn a little bit more about infusion, because you can only give so much,
True.
you know, when you're doing a interview that's short of time.
Right.
And they want to find out a little bit more about infusion. You can give their website, but not right now when we come
Okay.
back from break.
Okay.
And I don't know, as a director, if y'all go around and speak, I don't know what else y'all do,
Yes,
you know,
ma'am.
go out and speak at whatever place there is.
Yes, ma'am. We do. We get invited all the time to come out and speak. We do the Rotary clubs, the Civitan Club. We go to the schools. We go to any facility or organization to share what infusion is all about, what we have to offer our youth in these communities. But yes, we're always open. And our kids also. That was a big trauma conference in Jackson this past week. Beautiful. And our youth performed.
Oh, they
and
did?
Yes, and they've gotten several invites to come and perform. So that also pumps them up because they have so much talent. So yes, we always offer and we're always invited to come and speak.
Now, what about donations? Do y'all receive donations?
Yes, ma'am.
Because again, it is nonprofit,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you got to keep the facility and everything
Yes,
going.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We're always, if they wanted to send donations, we accept those. We do not turn out any donations.
Exactly.
And even those who want to come volunteer, who want to come speak, if they have an expertise they want to share with the youth, please come, even our family members, our parents, because we do have a parent group that meets during the day. So we just work with the whole family.
Okay.
So if they want to donate anything, any services, we'll take them.
Okay, well, we'll come back and let you give out that contact information.
Great.
All right, beloved, we will be right back. Welcome back, beloved. Me, myself, and I have had such a Jim Dandy of a time supping a little tea with my special guest, Dr. Ceatrice Kelly. Okay, Dr. Kelly, any contact information just in case someone is interested in donating or coming out to speak, or just want to find out any more information about infusion? How can they contact you?
Okay, they can contact us via our website. That's N as the letter N, FUSION, or you can reach us on our telephone number at the regional office located in Meridian, Mississippi at 601-482-4467. Again, that number is 601-482-4467.
All right, well, thank you so much. Any final words that you would like to say about infusion?
I just want to say Infusion is a program that's helping our youth in our cities. And if anything that you have that you would like to offer to help us help them even further along the way, please call us and contact us. But we love our kids, our babies, I call them, but they're our kings and queens.
All right, your kings and queens.
Yes.
All right, well, Dr. Kelly, thanks a trillion for coming out and supping a little tea with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
I appreciate it. You are more than welcome. And anytime you would like to come back, guess what? Mi casa is su casa.
Thank you.
In the meantime, beloved, thanks a trip for tuning in, and I will see you next time on The Lady Walker Show. Ta-ta.